Hi, my name is Hibah Albakree. I'm one of the co-founders of Designlab Experience, along with my business partner and creative director, Mutasim Baba and Marwan Malouf.
Great. Well, look, thank you so much for joining us here at WTTC. We're sitting here having a conversation really in an environment that you've helped really create. I'd love you to just tell me a little bit about kind of the story of how this came to be.
So, first of all, the respect and the trust that His Excellency has given us in this project, His Excellency, the Minister of Tourism, Ahmed Al-Khatib, has allowed us this great opportunity to be a part of sharing how we want the world to see Saudi Arabia. One of the biggest challenges we had was trying to make sure that we integrate our design within this entire location and ensure that we don't fight the location itself. The location is beautiful, it's extremely well built, it's architecturally extremely bold and classic, and we wanted to make sure that we are able to create a guest journey within the location itself that allows the guest to understand the different flavors and landscapes of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is full of color. Saudi Arabia has the desert, the greenery, the mountains, the valleys, the sea. We have everything. The world is used to seeing one side of Saudi Arabia. We wanted to make sure that when the guest enters the location, they are able to navigate through the different colors of Saudi Arabia.
And you talk about navigating and the journey. Tell me about how you brought that to life.
So the first thing we looked at was a top view of the layout. How are we going to have the guests walk in, feel like they're part of the space, but still hone onto that experience a bit further? It's basically creating a journey from within a journey. So we try to create a semi-transparent experience within this extremely prominent location. And through that, we made sure that the footsteps, so as soon as you enter, you immediately walk onto this wood decking, a sort of decking experience that keeps opening up to where all the sponsors are, and then it keeps closing down to areas where you need to navigate to the right or the left. We wanted to make sure we stay very semi-transparent because we felt like just trying to block or create another sense of architecture was actually fighting the location. It wasn't actually helping us making sure that we're meshing into it. I think this was the main focus of how we designed the project.
And I really feel that you've exceeded that by an order of magnitude that I've not seen before. I've been to many events, and I think really this is the most incredible experience that you've created here.
I'm so
my
happy
sincere
to
kind of
that.
congratulations for achieving that. Tell me about some of the kind of the materials. Tell me about sort of what have been the creative challenges of actually achieving what you've achieved here.
So at Designlab Experience, we truly pride ourselves, and we even call ourselves, we elevate moments, okay? And in order to do that, the choice of materials, the way we build, has to be all basically intertwined into the entire experience. The challenge of working in this location is that you're not allowed to do any workshop type of work on site. So we had to think, okay, we drew the project, we had to go back several steps and think of how can we reconstruct this project like a Lego. How do we do it sort of modular so that when the pieces arrive on site, they literally just fit into each other with a screw. Almost like the IKEA or the Lego model kind of thing. To make sure that also when we come here, we don't need to do a lot of refurbishments or a lot of painting or a lot of gluing, because all these things weren't allowed to be taking place here. And I think that was, I think this is where a lot of our engineers, our architects, we're a company based on architects only, they had to basically draw the entire project and then put it into 1,000 pieces to come to site and be built again with the least amount of refurbishment or handiwork that needs to be done as much as possible.
And we all know that no man is an island, no woman isn't an island. To achieve these great things, you have to work in collaboration. Tell me about some of the partners that you've worked with to pull this amazing project off.
So we've had to work, other than the fact that my business partner from day one was extremely keen on making sure that everything about this project is smart and that the journey is open. We worked a lot with, we wanted to add a lot of greenery in this space. We wanted to make sure that everything feels very lush, very alive. We no longer want people to see Saudi Arabia as a land that's empty of greenery. We want them to see that we truly have all the colors. We worked with a lot of lighting designers to make sure that you're in the space, but we're also controlling the journey through lighting. Our partner in this project, Blink Experience, handled the operations and the contractual part of everything, which left us enough room to really focus on the creative and be able to enjoy that process. But in general, we really try to make sure that every single material, every single piece of information that we're trying to go through the Giga project area, we try to make sure that we look at each of the Giga projects in depth and try to reflect them in the best way possible to ensure that our guests in Saudi Arabia are able to see the different sides of Saudi. And this was very important to me. Me being Saudi, I feel like today my vision is constantly to empower what the world sees, you know. And for me, I couldn't be luckier than being in this opportunity that we were given. Her Highness Princess Dina bint Nahar really drove this project. It was a miracle to come up with the ideas we came up with in the shortest amount of time. She empowered us. His Excellency made sure it made it happen. All of that, the Ministry of Tourism team was unbelievably supportive. You know, it was a challenge. We had a very short time to come up with the design, execute it, and produce it in weeks. And we managed to get that done, and that was, you know, due to the support of everyone.
And we're talking about journey. This is obviously one step in the journey. Tell me about what's next.
What's next is to help do more of those projects. We in Designlab Experience, we have always been known to elevate very private events, and then we slowly grew into elevating experiential government events. But this is our first conference to elevate, and for us this was extremely important. We really wanted to make sure that Designlab Experience is able to bring its voice and tone and style and values into this project. We really wanted to make sure that it does not dilute us and that we are able to cross over into the conference world. The world of conferences now is becoming very experiential, and it was the best opportunity for us to show how our past experience can come over to this world. And I hope we managed to do that in this event.
I absolutely think you have, and thank you so much for sitting down with Breaking Travel News today and telling us a little bit about the journey you've been on.
Thank you for having us, and I hope you enjoyed every minute of being in Saudi Arabia, because we love having the world here.
It's been amazing so far.
Thank you very much.